Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, good day everyone. My name is Ville Henttonen and I work for RISI as a Senior Product Manager of Ville Intelligence. In this presentation, I will introduce the recently published study, European Containerboard Risk of Closure, which I have recently authored and published with a team of other RISI experts. After showing the contents of the study, I will explain the used methodology and highlight some of the key results. You will also learn how to contact us for questions and how to order the study. The purpose of this study is to identify those containerboard machines which are in the highest risk of closure during difficult market situations, mainly overcapacity. The study starts with the outlook of the European containerboard market, after which we give special focus on the unique methodology behind the risk analysis. The results are shown separately in the company risk, machine risk, and the summarizing risk of closure categories. The study also includes the executive summary and the appendix sections with detailed data tables. The purpose of the Outlook chapter is to analyze market conditions for the European containerboard industry and determine what, if any, risk there is of closures happening over the next few years. Throughout this chapter, we analyze how demand for containerboard has evolved over the past couple of years, and we also present our views on how we foresee it developing in the short to medium term. An analysis of supply allows us to determine if supply has in fact surpassed demand growth. The last link to understand supply and demand balances in Europe is to analyze net trade, as this will be the most natural way for a region to balance its demand requirements with production and installed capacity. In the end, we determine whether European containerboard capacity has actually grown faster than demand in the local and export markets. This analysis then illustrates where in Europe and in which grades the problem of potential overcapacity could be most critical. After the outlook, we move to the risk of closure methodology. In general, paper mill closures are most likely to happen during or after poor market situation, and mainly for two reasons. Companies have either faced bankruptcy or completed planned closures. Typical companies to face bankruptcy, or forced closure as we call them, have been small, often family-owned operations which consisted of a single mill. If the machines closed due to the bankruptcy are not scrapped or sold in order to produce non-competing grades, there is a high possibility that these machines will restart someday. In fact, more than half of the European paper capacity closed due to bankruptcy during recent years has actually been restarted under new ownership within 2 years from the closure. Planned closures, on the other hand, seem to be more permanent than forced closures. Companies have completed planned closures to improve their competitiveness via an improved supply and demand balance, internal efficiency, or raw material balance. Closed machines have usually been unprofitable, but in some cases, even profitable capacity has been closed. Based on studying previous closures, we have developed a two-dimensional risk matrix. To find the machines which are most likely to be closed, we first rank the companies that are most likely to do planned closures or face forced closures. This part is called company risk. The next step was to identify the machines which are most likely to be closed. This part is called machine risk. In the third and final step, company-specific risk assessments, we compare each individual machine's company risk and machine risk to the industry averages and place them to the risk matrix. Special focus is given to those machines which have above average risk score in both company risk and machine risk categories, as we separately discuss their operations, strengths and weaknesses, and considering also other company-specific and